group BBN 11. Our subject is about the internal payroll system from the client Fullerton.
We present about the internal payroll system project. Our presentation has just part. First, I will tell you about our client and our project. Second is the Scrum methodology. Thirdly is our final product, what we have done and the challenge we have faced, and lesson we have learned from our experience. And number list is our future plan for our project. Finally is our team member contribution. Our team has 4 members. One is our team leader. Bảo is our front-end developer. Back-end developer. Thiện is our back-end developer and also our business analyst. Our supervisor is Mr. Lau. Our client, Fullerton Health, in founded in 2010, has headquartered in Singapore and now expanding in Vietnam. We work with Mr. Trần Hồ Minh Châu. About our project, Fullerton Health is using Tanka for human resources management and calculate employee salary. They now want to build the internal payroll system for manage employee department contract and also calculate employees' salary. About our project artifact, we use Scrum framework. We will have 2 weeks per sprint, and every sprint team leader will assign tasks to members. Member will break down tasks into subtasks and element the features. Each subtask will be the pull request for our team leader to review our code and move to the next subtask. We also have a daily meeting on this Discord channel. Our project has 4 stages. The first stage, we will list out all the client requirements and also set up the project timeline, the milestone for everybody to follow. And we also have a training section about TypeScript, Next.js, and React.js for team members. The second phase is the planning phase. This way, we will continue to learn new technology by ourselves. And we also design the user interface and the ER diagram for our database. The first way, we will implement our features module for the internal payroll system. And the final phase, we will finish testing on the module and record the test case. And also, we prepare the documents for our portfolio.
Our main goal to build a strong and scalable easy-to-use system to meet our client needs. So we have to build up technology to meet our requirements. Firstly, the programming language that we decided to choose TypeScript. TypeScript is only programming language that help we avoid bug and error while developing. And the next front end, we have to use React.js. React.js is a JavaScript library for building user interface. It allows us to create a visual component UI. And in the backend, we use Next.js. Next.js is a Node.js framework that help us to build server-side application. And we also use SQLite object relational mapping for help us query data and on the abstract level API. And in the database we use MySQL. MySQL is an open source database management system that help us storing structured data. And here our project architecture. And in the blue color in the presentation layer, we have used React.js styling with SCSS and Material UI for Application Tool UI. And the red color and orange color is the server side. In the application layer, we use Next.js. Next.js, we implement the microservice architecture for independent service. And also we use, in the data layer, we use SQLite and MySQL for query data. And on the guide side, we use React.js for easily the style management and cast data on the UI. And the GitHub flow that our team implement is the feature branch GitHub flow. And we have the master branch and develop. And also when the team have the new task or implement the new task, we react the new feature branch. And when they have done, I am the person to review my team pull request that fit the coding guideline and coding standard. And also when we on the one screen, we must onto the master branch to automatically apply CI/CD on the production environment. And
in here, our presentation about the business logic. Here we have three roles: the admin, or we can call the human resources, the manager, and the employee. And here is all the core processes of our project. First, the employee management. The second is the contract management, the leave management, the announcement management, and the last is the payment history and payslip management. Come to the first module, we can see that the employee management, the admin can set the account to every role of here, manager or employee. Additionally, the admin will set the manager to the specific department. And of course, all the employees in that department will be managed by the manager. That's our set. Next, do we know that the account is active or not? We come to the contract management. Here, there are three status of the contract: the old, active, and future. For the old contract, we can extend it. Yeah, and for the active, we can create a new contract and set this active contract to the old. And for it, we can create an appendix for the active ongoing contract. And for the future contract, of course, for the future employee are going to work at this company. Next up to the leave application management. So the employee, if they want to leave, they have to assign a leave application for the admin, and the admin has the responsibility to confirm or reject it. If it is confirmed, it will announce to the manager to know that this employee is absent. So they have to assign other people to do the leave employee. Yeah. And the leave application is divided into 5 different reasons. The first is the casual leave. We have like 14 days based on the policy with the company. Yeah, the second is the individual leave. We have 3 days. And the sick leave, we have like 3 days, but it has to got the doctor's appointment or confirmation. And the holiday leave, of course. And the last leave is the unpaid leave. If they use all the application, so they have to be unpaid leave. Next is the announcement management. As you can see, the admin will like have the power to like set the announcement to everyone in the company. And also the manager can do it, but only with the specific department. And when they want to announce to their specific department, the HR or the admin have to check the announcement if it's suitable or for all the information is to be clear. Next but not least, the most important is the payment history and payslip management. So of course, this everyone monthly salary will be managed in this app, and this will like visual for everyone to see it is the status unpaid or paid. And we make a little module here is expense, to add to the salary of the employee. To be more specific, here is an example of an employee which our gross salary is 50 million Vietnam dollars. Yeah, so first we have to calculate the social insurance 8%. Next is the health medical insurance 1.5%, unemployment insurance 1%. And after this we can calculate the salary before tax. The trade union fees here is like based on the Vietnamese law is 1%. So the salary before tax here is used to calculate the taxable salary, and the taxable salary will be calculated by a table by Vietnamese law to the personal tax income. And the last is the net salary that the payment employee will be received. Next is for the insurance, social insurance and health insurance. This is based on the minimum wage of 1,490,000 Vietnam dollars. If the number is over 20 times of this, so it is the maximum salary of Vietnamese. And the personal tax income, as I mentioned before, will calculate by this table. This is our video for our project.
So the firstly, our authentication authorization. We are logged into the employee admin account. And we also have the chatbot feature. And when we send the chatbot, we have to receive the email confirm. And also in case the employee forwards chatbot, we implement the reset chatbot feature. And we also receive the links to reset the chatbot. Here the dashboard, employee dashboard, and the manager dashboard. It has more feature on the side by it. And the admin dashboard, I will go to the detail. The admin dashboard have a score gap on the top. And the chart, the payment chart and expense report chart. We also implement the holiday calendar components to show on the event on the company, and we also add new holiday events. We can also edit holiday event and repeat it. And next we show the department modules. And here we can see the department list on the table, and we can add a new one. and we cannot delete the department if employee assists on the department. Here at the table we can see the employee list, and we can click to all the slides to create a new one, and we have to fill the for group information and create account for the user. And we can block the user avatar. And we skip a few information files. And we also implement the edit and delete feature. In the sidebar, we can filter by information. And we also implement the export feature to show the Excel file employee data. And export feature can also apply on the employee department, contract, job, and by list. And the next is the contract management. And as the team said before, we have the three steps about the contract status. And we can adjust the contract if it occur the old, and we can extend add the new contract if the current is ongoing. The next is by employee salary detail management. And we can then in our app we automatically link to the contract, because the contract is just only one, and one current contract in active. And here the information about the employee salary. And we have to implement the max payment feature. It's not actually payment. And when we click those set button, the payment is to the payment history, and we can download the by this file. We can also export the payment salary Excel file. And also, employee have received the email that start the pay list. Next, I will talk about the list module. The employee can mark application for the list date and choose the status type. And the admin can approve or reject. If the admin approve the application, the employee will receive the email that so the total list that exists, and the list has been approved. Here is announcement module. We can put the announcements to the employee email. We have implemented the socket to notify the user that have the new announcements. The other feature, the change slide feature to have employee and Vietnamese language. we have setting for the company data, and also we also implement the spam module. The manager can mark new spam. And we have implemented the manual testing. We test the performance, security, functionality, and usability, and also we have a total 442 test case, and each we divide to positive and negative test case.
After the project, we have done a lot of achievements. One of the most important skills is our coding skill. We learn how to use React, Next.js, and TypeScript to create a functional and user-friendly website application. We also learn how to debug our code and to troubleshoot problems. This is a valuable skill as it allows us to quickly identify and fix error in our code. Another important skill is the time management skill. We have to effectively manage our time in order to meet the project deadline. We also learn how to prioritize tasks, to break down large tasks into smaller, more manageable ones, and to delegate tasks in order when necessary. Also, we have an opportunity to develop the teamwork skill. We learn how to communicate effectively with other team members and to collaborate on tasks. We also learn how to resolve conflicts and to work toward a common goal. In order to complete this project, we, based on different roles, each of us have learned many new technology, programming language, and about website development in general. We learned how to effectively research information online and to apply what we learned to the project. As a result, we get used to learning new things quickly and efficiently. Finally, this project gave us a great chance to gain practical experience. We learned how to apply our coding skill into real-world problems. During the project, we also work with the client a lot, so we gain experience on communicating with customers as well. In addition, we learn how to work independently and as part of a team dealing tasks. This help prepare us for future challenges. Now I would like to talk about project challenges. One of the biggest challenges is approaching new framework. We use the React and TypeScript and Next.js for the first time, so it requires a lot of time and effort to get used to them. Secondly is the large scale of the project and numerous features. We have to carefully plan and manage our time in order to meet all the project deadlines. Besides that, we also have to deal with the different abilities in team members. Some team members have more experience than others, so we have to find ways to work together effectively. Therefore, we organize the meeting at the beginning on new technology we use in the project. Finally, during the project, we have some misunderstanding with the client about the project requirement. So we have to clarify the requirement in meetings and make sure that we are on the same page. Next is about future plan. Currently, because of the limitation of time and the experience of team members, so the application
still need to get more to reviews in the line company. In the future, the application will need to build a setting module which will have to adjust benefits and policy for the line company. Mm. Currently, the security of the application is still very low, so migrating employee data is extremely risky. Therefore, this will be executed in the future. And finally, to have a complete interoperable system, a mobile app is very necessary and will be developed. Next is about team contribution. The total number of hours that our team spent on the project was about 1,958 hours. Despite of different schedule and experience, the total contribution time of each team member was quite equal. Moving on is about team member, about personal development after the project.
So as the personal experience during the customer project, I have learned the project management skill. Although the time is not so long, but it's helped me to develop the leadership and time management skill. And also I have honed and gained more experience in system design, survey architect, and apply coding practice and value assurance to the team member.
I joined the project without any knowledge of React and TypeScript. However, I really learned a lot more through the project. And now I'm able to use React to create complex and dynamic UI, as well as use TypeScript to improve the safety and maintainability of my code. I also learned how to use Figma to design UI visuals. Figma is a powerful tool that allows me to create interactive mock-up of my design. And during the project, I also experienced with the test processes. This is a very important step that allows me to make sure my code will work in as intended. I also know how to code and integrate API from backend into the front.
Okay. As a back-end developers, I have gained more experience in analyzing the client requirement for designing the database, as well as working with APIs, understand more about API standards, and also learn new programming languages such as TypeScript and Next.js.
Last is me. I work in this project as a business analyst and support backend developer for Nhóm. I have the opportunity to work with like a professional environment of a client, Mr. Zhao. He's very easy delivery, so it is very easy to me. He helped me a lot in the document and all the business aim. Also the business logic. I've shown him and he teach me a lot about how to calculate and how the workflow of the app. Also, I manage the feature flow, timeline, and user stories. Support in designing database, as I've shown. I also work at the backend supporting for Nhóm and manage documents and implement APIs. Thank you for listening to our presentation and this Q&A time session. Thank you. About the security side, as we mentioned before, we have not migrated the company data, and it is all the databases we configure the code in the database, so we have not done the security side of this app.
How can you improve?
Uh,
So the firstly, I have to implement the oath record, and it also is more helpful for authentication. And so the employee data is so risky, and we cannot migrate into the website currently.
Yeah. Because salary very, very sensitive information.
Yes.
When you store information on the database. So what happens if I'm like the English player? Like I'm admin of this system. I'm not an HR manager. I'm not the board director. So can access the system. But I'm admin and still access system. But for the information, the salary, the admin cannot know. So how can you prevent the other stakeholder can access the sensitive information? So for example, I'm admin of the server. So I can access your MySQL server, right? So through this way I can get information from this. So how can you prevent it?
So the employee that's set on the despite on the community on the server on the community, and I think and Mr. Chow that's allow us to access on the employee current employees data, and we
I think that it will be like based on the policy of the company. I think every company has the security policy, of course. So if we want to migrate the company data, we have to like give all migrate our project to the client. So for the client, will like based on their security data. So they will like choose which one to be the admin. And I think with the work here, I think we working with the project is mainly like for the HR team to be the admin of this project. So it is based on the company security policy. It's not like yeah.
So that means you will solve it by the policy company, do not solve this problem by technical.
Yes. Yeah. We have not doing that.
So that will be a problem.
Yes.
Because in the company, the salary is tied up like the very sensitive information. So they will set the zero trust policy. So that means I don't trust anyone in the company. So for example, admin, you said that we have to trust the admin, but you cannot trust the admin. And like we have the policy to prevent, we have like the project, for example, you have to keep lock. Okay? So for example, you have the feature here. So you said that the HR can export the Excel file.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So when you export the sensitive information like this, you should encrypt or you should set the password for the file. Yeah. So something like this, some feature like this. Yeah. Because when you export the file, then someone can be link the file. So but when they click on open the file, they will ask the password. So we have like two-factor authentication now. We have two steps to open the file, something like this. You send the pay slip to the employee through the email server.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So that means the mail admin can get the file, can accept the file, but the mail admin cannot have the password to open the file. So for something like this. So we have to review all the workflow, security, feature, keep up everything. If someone else can get the account, it's modified, but we have to keep lock and announce that there's someone who's got the data from the system or something like this and announce. So actually this is a requirement from the client. Later on, if you continue for the project or if you go to the company to do something with the sensitive information like it, think about it before. It's not will like the transfer in the future like this.
Yes.
It's just recommend. Yeah.
My question is, since we have this criteria here for question and mentioned something on your what you particularly learned.
Yes.
Okay, I got architecture, I got management, I got testing skills, I got business analysis skills.
Yes.
I think you can recognize those that. But you didn't really say very much. You know, for example, architecture. What do you mean by that? What kind of architecture knowledge did you learn? Or what was so cool about Figma? What did you want to really learn? Testing. Yeah, you said you could testing, but what was the motivation? What was the essential thing for you to learn and analyze business process? So how did you do that next time? What is the motivation? Testing that you there was a question for each one.
So the first way I have the practical experience before that I work on the Fullerton Health, and also this project helped me on the I implement the cost by firstly, and I opened the training session to the member that I don't know about the SGS and SGS before, and I also learned how to choose the library for implement the feature, the example, the form is this is a form library. We have to use load balancer. The load balancer I use a I element on the cloud fly, and we also learn the use the NX console logs, use NX library to build the NetJS microservice. That's for example about that's I have learned.
For me, as a backend developer, I learned about the coding standard and working with API, the HTTP methods, as well as I participate in the process of designing the ER diagram for our database. I work with team to analyze the client requirements, and from that I can know which information needs to be stored and how many tables we will have in our database.
Actually, during the project, I was very interested with the Figma tool. It is a powerful tool because it allows me to create responsive website as well as components. I can create components and put it to the page easily. It also has a lot of plugins, so I can use them to support all my work.
And me, as I think the most business analyst I have heard is like the most important is the communicate and how I deliver the ideas to all my members and to the clients. At first, I'm not like actively contact to the client because if like we have some problem in the ideas or something, I will wait for the client meeting next, not like right now. I'm not actively talk to Mr. Chow that we have a problem about the business idea. I don't talk about that. So after a lot of delay of that, Mr. Chow tell me that if you have some problems, tell me right now. That's how a professional do, not like delay. That's not how we do. Yeah, so I think the most important is I actively communicate, tell everybody that we have a problems or like raise my ideas to everybody. And delivery ideas, of course, it is like when at first I just like give them general ideas, like this make a payment, not like make payment will like link to the contract, link to the employee. One employee has one contract. I don't do that. I just thought that you have to make payment for this employee. That is not like a business analyst should do. Yeah, make more detailed questions so the ideas will be more like fluently delivered to everyone. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Can we take questions from the client?
Yes, I think.
ý cho nhóm thôi, thì hội đồng muốn nghe cái ý kiến hoặc là câu hỏi hoặc là nhận xét của anh Châu về nhóm. Dạ.
Mình trả lời nhanh.
That's okay.
Yeah. So the project against this initial requirements also is 5% higher. With that, I get right short time to learn new knowledge during the whole phase. So students complete the task and set out it immediately. Making sure they complete are acceptable. It boosts to not the structural action program. Not yet appropriate and available for use by many employees in our companies right now. Yes, that's in my idea.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Do you have any question for this group?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, everyone is good. And they have a long time to meet together and work.
Yeah.
First thing I want to clarify is that you plan that this project would just be a back project, or it will be later integrated into the company system.
This will be later company migrate. They will like.
So, how do you communicate with the client to get feedback during your project journey, and how to make sure you align with them? What are they expecting from the project? And the second thing I want to ask is that I think each company has their own policy about handling the salary. So how can you make sure that do you have any agreements with the company in the first step that you will ensure the the security and the confidential of the policy of those companies? And the third question for me is that do you have any plan for future integration? You will continue on this after you finish on the project, or you just hand over to another team in the company and you have a plan for that, how to resolve the issues that may happen?
So, can I mention again about the first questions? You talk again are we going to continue to work to migrate the company? So at first stage, I think that Bong is now an employee of the company. So if we have the opportunity to communicate more about client, so I think we can. I know that with this many features before because we have applied the leave application to the payment, right? The deduction, many things to totally work out the payment. We just calculate payment based on the business law, not the policy of the company yet. So I think in the future, if we can join the company at once, so we can think the project manager, Mr. Chow here, will assign us to us again. And the second question is about the client meeting, right? We communicate through Discord. Yeah, all the channel, all the text, all the documents, we put it on here. Every time, when we ring to, because we have 2 weeks and one meeting client. So if we have any problems, we have to mail him. And if there's the time before the meeting, we just ping him, and we will all in the Discord. Yeah, share all the screen because it's short have the multiple sharing. Yeah, and the third question is I don't remember the third question.
So you mentioned that you are not sure whether you will continue on that project. So I envision a case that 3 of you will not join the company and later on he decided to leave the company. Do you have any plan at the current stage to hand over what you are doing to the teams in the company? For example, later on if they want to add additional policy, calculate the salary benefits, how will you handle that? And about the agreements in the policy?
I think that we have like communicate to the client like we are like he's not the boss, he's the leader. So I think every features, every deploy, we have delivery to him. I think everything is like because he has many experience in the coding skills and be the project manager, he can handle this project easily. I think don't have us to be involved in this project if he don't need.
So you are handling all the project and over task to your project manager. So imagine the case of if you good it, how can you make sure that the things you do on your team can be achievable by the new teams? Any coding like regulation, specification you live for the other teams?
This is the project like we really want to join in. So we like volunteer. We be like volunteers who hand over all the project to him. No for achievement, no for specification. Okay. We just want to do this project because want to improve our skills, everything in a professional environment. So we will hand over all the project. No need, nothing. Right?
So like the initial effort is still from the company side or from your team? Because you mentioned you have to refine the requirements, collect it. So the initial effort, initial idea of this scope of the project is from your company or from your team, and then you recommend it.
From the company, from the document, all the document. Not like all the document, he just gave our the requirements. So we have to research about this, and then we have to communicate this with him. So he's like, oh, okay, this business logic is good. It's okay, it's fine. So we can apply that logic to our project. Yeah, not, he's really like, he's like he wants us to research more about the document, research more about the features we have done here. Not like he will like requirement, and we have to do like that. No, he just like everything. He will let our team decide it about the template, about the front end, about the back end. Only the coding TypeScript is required, and then all the logic we could decide. So the business logic is all of our team research. Yeah, not like.
So I want to ask how
Okay, this is the last question.
Okay. So like why the effort, I saw the effort of the who is the project manager and the technique was the highest. But I saw you have a very complex architecture with many advanced technologies used to. And the remaining ones also have to upskill. So how can the effort will be too high compared to the other three?
Yes, of course. Because I think this is like a personal because one has more experience in working here. So all the base of the project he built. He built all the base of the project. The client didn't give us anything. He, the one who built everything, the framework, the library, everything. We just come there, training session with Mr. Chow and both everything, GitHub, TypeScript, SJS, SQLite, everything, training in the initiating phase. Yeah, we train in everything, and then we able to like go and put our effort in it. And in each sprint, we put the code on GitHub for him to like review. If any problems he don't like, you have to do this, or he will do all the things. No, he will give us the documents or some recommendations so we can self-learning again and then coding again about that part. Yes. Yes. No. Support. Because he has the most involved in both front end and back